Welcome to Star Island Yoga Retreat 2020. As you can see, we're not on Star Island, but some of the teachers were able to get together today, and we're in New Hampshire, not a million miles away from Star Island, and we're at Joanne's beautiful farm, and we thought we would put together this yoga teaching video the way that we often do our first and last classes on the island, so a tag team teaching. We're all 6 feet apart, so we're taking our masks off to practice, and you'll see a new teacher miraculously appear on the mat if all goes well each time we switch over. So come to a comfortable seated position, and if it helps you to sit on a chair or to sit on some blankets or anything so that you can lift your spine well, please do. And then just take a couple of breaths here, wherever here is. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, you can let them close. If not, soften and widen the gaze. And maybe let your mind, your imagination, take you to your favorite place on Star. And just imagine for this few moments, few breaths, that you were there. Imagine the sounds, the smells, what you would be seeing, even the taste. And then let's bring our palms together in front of our hearts. Prayer position or Anjali Mudra. And here we can join in an Om. Now yours may be out loud or silent. Let's all inhale together now. Exhalation, surrender the head to the heart. Inhaling, lift the chin. Release the hands. And now softly let your eyes reopen or gently refocus and take in what's around you. And we'll move into child's pose now. If at any point during this practice you need to modify for your own body, for your own needs, please do. Please use props, please use your better judgment, please use your experience, and only do what you can, what feels right in the body. So coming into child's pose, pressing the hips back, reaching forward with the hands. Let the elbows be firm. And press into the ground with your hands to lengthen the hips back. Take a couple of breaths here, noticing how does the breath move in the body here. And then tucking the toes under. Pause with your toes tucked under. And then you're going to press back and up into downward dog. So see if you can make firm elbows and press back and up in one smooth movement into downward facing dog. And I'll stop saying this, but once again reminding you that you can modify in any way that you need to. That may include heels to the wall or hands on blocks, whatever works. And take this downward dog to really notice the ground. Notice the earth beneath you, beneath your hands and feet. Notice the height, the length in the hips, the firmness of arms and legs. Notice how the spine lengthens. Notice your breath. And now coming back to child's pose, see if you can touch your knees down at the same time. That's harder than it sounds. Pressing back to child's pose. And then coming back to sit on your heels. We're going to do a little bit of work on the ground. If you have a strap, you may want to use it. We're all going to do the best we can without any props here. So what we'll do is lie down and be in Supine Tadasana. So just lie down on your back. Lying down on your back, take a moment to enjoy that feeling. You can hold the sides of your mat and then roll your inner upper arm away from the sides of the chest towards the sky. And then we're going to bring the right leg in towards the chest. And we're all going to actually do our right leg. Whatever you're looking at, do your right leg too. Drawing the right knee in towards the chest and giving it a little squeeze in, trying to keep the right hip moving towards the foot end of the mat. And now here's the part where if you have a strap, you could place it across the sole of the foot. If you can hold your big toe and straighten your leg, that's fabulous. If you can't and you don't have a strap, you're going to straighten your leg and interlace your fingers behind the back of your hamstring. And then see if you can keep that outer right hip moving towards the foot side of the mat as you draw that leg in and reach up through the heel, up through the ball of the foot. Straight legs, breathing well. Then bring that knee back into the chest and release that leg back to the ground. Notice the always amusing imbalance in the two sides. And then bring your left knee in, give that a hug into the chest. Take a couple of breaths as you draw that left knee in and move the left hip towards the foot end of the mat. The right leg stays active, heel pressing down. And then again, if you can hold the toe, if you can hold a strap or interlace the hands behind the back of the thigh, please do. Press that left hip away as you draw that straight left leg towards the head end of the mat, reaching up through the heel, reaching up through the ball of the foot. All the knees are firm. And then bend the knee and place the foot back down. Reaching both legs along the mat, taking a breath here. And then roll to your side. Come back on over into all fours. Pause, lengthen your tailbone, tuck your toes under, and one more time up into downward facing dog. So again, move back and up, and see, did that little bit of leg stretching, hip stretching actually improve the feeling in downward dog? Can you experience the base of the earth more? How are the hips reaching? How is the torso elongating? Are the knees as firm as possible? Now step your feet together. Have the inside edges of the feet touch. Figure out which is your right leg. And then keeping your hips as level as possible, just lift your right leg up. Three-legged dog or Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. And the idea here is not to get your leg as high as possible. The idea here is to keep your hips level. So now the right hip moves towards the ground again, while you keep the knees straight and lengthen the leg as high as possible. Again, reaching through the heel, reaching through the ball of the foot. If it's going well, you may feel that you're actually lengthening your ribs. Exhale the right leg down, pause, prepare, leveling hips, lift the left leg up. Almost all of us have to then dial the left hip down a little and then lift and reach through the leg, reach through the heel. You may find it helpful to continue to lift the right outer knee to the right outer hip. Reach up and back, firm everything, reaching through heels, through balls of feet, firm knees. Exhale, leg comes back down. Both knees touch down simultaneously into child's pose.
breath is going into your body, is it still going into your chest? Lower your breath into your belly and let that be the place of origination. And then into your chest. When you breathe out of your chest first and then your belly. In a small wave, 2 parts, belly, chest, chest, belly. Remembering now to curl your toes under into coming into downward facing dog. Come up in one slow sweep. Soften your elbows. Dial your palms and your fingertips into the mat. Soften your knees. Take a deep breath in to your belly. And then exhale. Taking in the sounds around you. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees halfway towards the earth. Send your sit bones back, elongating the spine. And inhale, straighten your legs, sending your sit bones back, but keep your knees soft. Exhale, bend your knees. Keep sending your sit bones back, elongating the spine. And inhale, straighten. A few rounds of this at your own slow, steady, and mindful pace. The next time that your knees land halfway, send your sit bones back. As your left leg straightens, lift your right leg to the sky at the same time, but don't open the hip. Let your right foot land as your knees bend at the same moment. As your right leg straightens, lift your left leg. One movement. As your left foot lands, bend both knees. So you're using your entire core to make this movement happen. So walk your dog on the moon. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you straighten. All the while checking in with your palms, making sure there's an even distribution there. Let your breath come in and out, flowing. The next time, without rushing, that your right leg comes up, leave it there. You might arrive at different times. Now bend your knee, stretch your left heel towards the ground and roll your hip open. Flex your floating foot, square your shoulders forward. Deep breath in, breathe out. Roll your right knee to your right elbow. Exhale, and inhale, float right back up, straight hips behind you, so not too open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Stay here and step your right foot to your right wrist. Step it all the way up. Finding your low lunge. Let your head go. So your knee is off the mat for the moment. Take a deep breath in. And out. Invite your knee down to the ground. Look behind you so that your neck is stretching in the back. Press the front foot and the back leg towards the earth as you lift your arms up high to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Interlace them and bring them up. Stay here, exhale, here for the long meridian. Breathe again into the belly and the heart sequentially. And out of the heart and the belly. Free your arms up wide open and imagine someone's gently pressing behind you in the back of the shoulder blades. With your heart open, press your back shins towards the ground. Front foot into the ground, heart is open. And bring your hands to the mat, curl your back toes under and come up to your high lunge. So press into the ground, tip the front of your pelvis up to your heart and in, and let that core lift your arms up high. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, Kids are having fun. And the adults not so much.
This is
Breathe
just
out.
like Star Island.
Exactly. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to the ground. And come to your high plank, high push-up, or your knees.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Look 2 feet in front of you and glide forward. Come all the way down to the mat. And rest your forehead down on the mat. From here, keep your hands planted, but take a deep breath in and surrender what you don't need. Ha. Come up into your low cobra. Gently using your core to lift your heart up. Palms could float if they wanted to. Breathe in. Breathe out. Back of neck is long. Inhale. Exhale, forehead back down. Keep your hands planted, but let go of the rest. Deep breath in, and ha. Come back up to your low cobra using your core, using your belly, and straighten your arms a little bit or a lot for your high cobra. Let your heart burst open gently. Let your belly take most of the breath. So you can feel that stretch going right into your belly with the breath. And come back down, forehead to the floor. Take a deep breath in and release what muscles you don't need. Ha. Pour yourself back into your high cobra and maybe lift the knees off the earth and floor for your upward dog. Press your toenails into the ground, tip the front of your pelvis up to your heart and in. Mostly making your way back to downward dog, however you've gotten there. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees. As you straighten your right leg, lift your left to the sky, just even hips. Let your left foot land as your knees bend. Exhale. Inhale, straighten your left leg to lift your right. Exhale, foot lands as knees bend. Inhale, straighten to lift your left. Keep your left leg there when it gets there. Bend your knee and roll your hip open. Find breath, square your shoulders to the front. Switch your right heel towards the earth. And float your left knee towards your left elbow. Maybe your right knee is on the floor. Inhale, kick the earth, kick the wall behind you or the tree. And exhale, knee to elbow. Step left foot to left thumb, keeping your knee off the floor for a moment. Look down behind you, underneath you, for your lunge. Find your breath. Bring your back knee down. Press into all that is earth. Press down to rise up. Inhale your arms up high. Soft smile, maybe the left corner of your mouth only, or the left and right corner of your mouth. Breathe. Bring your hands to your heart center. Interlace. Inhale your heart, your hands up to the sky. Belly lifts, and this time exhale, press some energy down with your palms. And inhale, press forward, reach forward a little, and lift up. Exhale, press down. Inhale, up like you're painting with the palms of your hands. And one more. And free your arms up. A gentle opening in the heart that says, I am here, I am love, I am light, I am. Bring your hands down to the ground, curl your back toes under, and coming into your high lunge, inhale your arms up high to the sky. From the ground up. And make your way back to your downward dog any way you choose. So maybe you're in your high plank, maybe you come through your vinyasa to low push-up or the floor. Maybe you do your whole vinyasa shebang. Maybe not at all. And choosing remaining in downward dog or child's pose for 5 breaths.
Now walk the hands back to the feet and rest here for a few moments in Uttanasana. Spread the toes, lift the arches, and keep the knees firm. If this is uncomfortable in the breathing, you can release the hands to the earth and look up to elongate from the pubis to the chin, and as if to lift the rib cage up and over the knees, keeping the diaphragm area soft, then settle back into Uttanasana. Release the hands and look up. Bring the hands to the waist and up you come. Okay, and now everybody turn to face me and come to the center of your place. Join the feet, so face forward. Actually. You have to face forward. In the center. Join the tips of your fingers in the centers of your chest. Bend your knees while inhaling and exhale. Step or jump the feet wide apart. So lift the chest. Turn the palms to face up. So in turning the palms, you're turning the upper arms from the inside out. And as the upper arms turn from the inside out, move the shoulder blades into their place on your back. And keep the upper arms turning and the shoulder blades moving in as you sneak the forearms and the palms to face down. So notice if you've lost the shoulders in turning the palms down, and go on blossoming the chest open. Okay, coming into Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Turn the right foot all the way out and turn the left foot in somewhat. And then turn the knee from the inside out. So you can bend the knee slightly, turn it from inside out, and straighten the leg by drawing back from the outer knee to the outer hip. And then with exhalation, reach out over the leg and bring the hand down to the shin or to the floor. Turn yourself away from the leg, so turn the abdomen from the right to the left, the chest from the right to the left, and finally the head and the neck. And then extend the upper arm, pressing evenly through the back foot and the front foot. And now to come up, press through the back foot, and with inhalation, up you come. Turn the feet to parallel position, and turn the left leg out, and turn the right foot in. Softly bend the left knee to turn the knee from inside out, and then straighten the leg by drawing back from the outer left knee to the outer left hip. Now press through the right foot, through the outer edge of the right heel, and with exhalation, reach out over the leg and bring the hand down. Bring the upper hand to the waist. Pressing through the back foot, move the chest towards the head side. Turn yourself from the left to the right, and then extend the upper arm. Pressing through the back foot now with inhalation, up you come. Turn the feet to parallel, and then step or jump the feet together to touch. So we're going to repeat now, same thing, and this time come into Arda Chandrasana or half moon pose. So what that would look like from Utthita Trikonasana, you bend the right knee, inch the back foot in as you place the right fingertips down, transfer the weight onto the right hand, and straighten the leg as you allow the back leg to fly up. To come out, Utthita Trikonasana, and then up you come.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? All right, here we go. So starting with the feet together, spread the toes. Join the tips of the fingers at the center of the chest. Lift the chest to the level of the fingertips. And bend the knees while inhaling, and exhale, step or jump the feet wide apart. Turn the right foot out, and with exhalation, come into Utthita Trikonasana. So we'll meet here, weighting down the back foot. Move the chest towards the head side. Turn yourself from the right to the left. Okay, bring the upper hand to the waist. And now we'll prepare to come into Arda Chandrasana, half moon pose. Bend the right knee, and as it bends, turn the knee from inside out. Now, inch the back foot in, closer. Place the right fingertips down and transfer the weight onto the hand. Allow the back leg to fly up, spread the toes, straighten the front leg, and then turn yourself once again from the right to the left. So the abdomen, the chest, and finally, extend the upper arm. To come out, bend the front knee and step back, straighten the front leg, Uttita Trikonasana, and then pressing through the back foot. With inhalation, up you come. Well done, everyone, I think. Couldn't see. Turn your feet to parallel position. And now turn the left foot all the way out and the right foot in. Okay, with exhalation, come into Uttita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. So move the chest towards the head side. Turn yourself from the left to the right, pressing through the back foot. And now, bring the upper hand to the waist to come into Arda Chandrasana, half moon pose. Bend the left knee, turning the knee from inside out. Inch the right foot in closer. Transfer the weight onto the left fingertips. And lift the back foot. Straighten the front leg and extend the upper arm. Reach through the heel, reach to the crown of the head. And with exhalation, now bend the front knee. Step back, Uttita Trikonasana. Pressing through the back foot with inhalation, up you come. Turn the feet to parallel position, and then step or jump the feet together. All right, join your feet and keep the hands on the waist this time for Prasarita Padottanasana. So, point the elbows back as you broaden the collarbones and the chest, lift the sternum, and look up any amount. Keep the hands on the waist, bend the knees, and with exhalation, step or jump the feet far apart. Okay, so we'll take this pose in 2 steps. The first stage will be halfway, or a concave stage. Okay, so lift the sternum with inhalation, lift the arms, and with exhalation, come forward, and then take the hands down to the ground. Turn the upper arms, but keep the elbows straight. So the arms turn from inside out, and as you turn the arms from inside out, broaden the chest and draw the collarbones together. So for now, lengthening from the pubis to the chin. And now pressing down through the outer edges of the feet, begin to bend the elbows, walk the hands back to bring the crown of the head closer and closer to the floor. So hit the inner thighs away from each other. And broaden the sitting bones. Press through the palms and use the bending of the elbows to help draw the crown of the head closer and closer to rest here. If you don't find this very restful, you can come to your forearms or just right back up to your palms. So allow this to be, so either on the forearms if it's not restful here, or on the palms with the arms straight. Otherwise, have the head down. Noticing the breath now. And when you're ready, begin to walk the palms forward and straighten the arms. Maybe bringing the feet slightly closer together as you then bring the hands to the waist. And to come up, move the buttocks down towards the floor as you rise. And then step or jump the feet together and turn to your right now and come into child's pose once again. Join the big toes, knees wide. Sink the buttocks down into the heels and rest the forehead down.
Now walk your hands to the right. Reach forward through the arms. Press palms into earth and move your hips back. As you move your hips back, feel how this stretch lengthens the left side of the body. Walk back to center, crawl the hands forward to bring equal length to the left and right side of the body. Press the palms into the earth and move the hips back. And then walk the hands to the left, reaching through the arms, using the palms to help press the hips back and lengthen the right side. Now come back to center and walk the hands back, bringing the trunk upright. And transition to a seated upright position, sitting with shins crossed. And your feet underneath your knees. And just take a moment here to adjust your seat, using your hands, taking your right hand underneath your right buttock, drawing the flesh back and to the side. And feel how this action brings the sitting bone in contact with the earth. And do the same on the left side, drawing back and to the side. And then turning the thighs from the inside out to help bring the outer hips down and more in contact with the earth. And now lift from pubic bone to navel. Lift the center of the body up, lifting the spine vertically, and preparing to twist to the right. Take an inhalation, take the arms up, lift the front, the sides, the back of the body equally. Lift the spine and maintain this vertical lift as you revolve the torso to the right. Turning abdomen, then ribs, then shoulders to face to the right as you bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand to your left knee. Use the palms pressing down to help lift the center of the body up. Take a breath in and see if you can revolve any more. First abdomen, then ribs, then shoulders, and release the head to look over the right shoulder. And with your next exhalation, come back to center and take the arms up. Lift up through the center of the body. And as you exhale, maintaining this lift, revolve to the left, turning abdomen, then ribs, then shoulders, and taking your right hand to your left knee and your left hand behind. Press down with the sitting bones, extend up through the crown of the head, and turn. See if you can deepen the stretch. And then release the head, bringing the chin over the left shoulder. With your next exhalation, come back to center. And now we'll transition onto our backs for Shavasana. So come onto your back. And stretch out, extending through your heels, lengthening the legs, the backs of the legs. And then let the feet roll out to the side. Take your arms, place them by your side with your palms facing up. And for the next 2 or 3 breaths, observe the movement of the breath as it enters the body, moves down into the belly, spreads the ribs, and as it quietly exits the body on exhalation. With each breath, release any tension in the muscles, allowing the weight of the bones to rest more completely on the ground. Bringing your awareness now to the crown of the head. Gently soften the skin on the top of the head and let it move down towards the earth. Spread the skin on the brow and on the temples. Soften the cheekbones and the jaw. Noticing the eyes, soften the eyes from the inner corners to the outer corners. Soften the lips. And let the tongue rest in the lower palate. Moving down, let the throat be soft. Release any tension in the shoulders and the neck. Let the arms be heavy. The fingers slowly uncurl. Let the belly spread side to side and be soft. And feel the weight of the legs, the backs of the thighs, the shins, the heels. All resting, surrendering, accepting the support of the earth. Now bring your hands to your heart and just feel the breath here as it moves in and out of this heart space. Feel the expansion in the ribs with the inhalation, and imagine energy flowing throughout the body with each breath from the heart space. Taking a moment to just feel gratitude for this space, this time, this opportunity to practice. And then gently bending the knees and rolling to the right side, pressing into the ground to bring yourself back to an upright position. Taking the arms now, lifting out and up, gathering in just all of the air and light around you, and bringing your hands together in the center of your chest. And just taking another moment here to feel gratitude. Though we're not together this year on Star, we are always together with each other in spirit. And we look forward to knowing that we will be back together again soon. And we trust that our community will be there and that there will be many more morning meetings and afternoon yoga classes for all of us to share. Namaste.
Namaste.
We will be back.
We will be
We will
back.
be back. We will be back.
1, 2, 3.
We will be back. We will be back. We will be back.
I Go Down to the Shore by Mary Oliver. I go down to the shore in the morning, and depending on the hour, the waves are rolling in or moving out. And I say, "Oh, I am miserable. What should I do?" And the sea says in its lovely voice, "Excuse me, I have work to do."
S-T-A-R, S-T-A-R, oceanic, oceanic, rah, rah, rah. We'll all be back. We'll all be back. We'll all be back.